All right, I'm going to be sharing with you my experience getting the COVID vaccine. I got the Pfizer one and I've gotten both doses. And I just want to say that it's so amazing how now society, scientists, research, development, that we're able to create a vaccine. And I'm truly, truly, truly sorry for everybody who has been impacted by COVID 19 and for anyone who has lost a loved one through this period. I personally know some people who have passed away from COVID, and it's absolutely terrible and such a tragedy. So this past year, has been really, really difficult for me. Raising a newborn during lockdown has not been easy. And it's just been mentally really, really hard because I haven't been able to do anything, go anywhere, and you're not really able to like bring in outside help because of COVID. And so, we're all like super busy with work and especially running a business. It's just been so incredibly difficult. But I will say that no one in my household got COVID, which has been so like, I don't know. It was just like a fear, like every day you wake up with that fear that you might get COVID. And I'm such a control freak, so every day I was just like wiping everything down and making sure to stay away from people and stuff like that. And I really didn't want my daughter to get COVID. I think that was probably the scariest part and why I was so paranoid. Like if I got COVID, I wouldn't be so bad about it, but if I spread it to other people or gave it to my baby, I just would not be able to like forgive myself for that. So the shot. So I got it done at Cal State, and it was so crazy because there's a bunch of National Guard people there. So that was pretty cool. And they went by really fast. And I would highly recommend if you're going to get vaccinated to go as early as possible so that we don't have to wait in line. I was probably there for an hour. So my appointment was at 9:30, but I got there at 8 or even 7:30. No, 8. I got there at 8. And so that was kind of basically when the line started. And I don't know if they're like super strict about the time. As long as your name is in that day in that database, I think it should be okay. So they have someone from the National Guard. You drive through. It's like really, really complicated, the drive. And then you scroll down your window and then you take your arm out. And it's super fast. The first shot I got, it seemed like there was like I didn't get a shot because it was so painless, and I think it was the guy who did a really amazing job with the shot. But then I would say 5 minutes afterwards I felt a little bit nauseous, and then throughout the day I just felt sore arm and a little bit nauseous, but nothing bad, nothing like I need to take any medicine for, nothing like feeling anything weird, just felt a little bit of nausea and pain in my arm. Okay, so then you take the second shot. 3 days later, I got the Pfizer vaccine. So it's the same like shot that you take the first time. But this time the symptoms are a lot worse. So right after taking the second shot, my arm like hurt a lot more. The shot was a lot more painful. I don't know if that was because the guy giving the shot just like did a worse job than the first one. I don't know. But felt nausea, everything. And I had like a weird feeling of like tiredness, nausea, and I started feeling like my joints aching. And I also felt like almost like a sore throat, but through the chest and through kind of the throat area. So it was weird because I hadn't had a sore throat in probably over 2 years, and just feeling that was interesting. So I got the shot at about 8 a.m. and then I would say closer to 8 p.m. And just the afternoon, I just felt really tired. Just didn't really want to do anything, felt lethargic. And then I would say at like midnight, 1 a.m., that's when I felt really bad. So it felt, first and foremost, it felt like my bones were made of glass. I felt really, really achy kind of like when you have a fever and you have aches, but I didn't have a fever. I just felt really achy, felt like my bones were glass. No, stop. And then I also felt like I had nausea, but it wasn't nausea from like my stomach or my gut, like usual nausea. It felt like nausea from my chest. It was a different type of nausea. And then I also felt like my chest, like I had a headache, but it was coming from my chest. So I guess the chest area like hurt a lot. And then also I didn't have a sore throat, but it kind of felt like the feelings before you have a sore throat where things are swollen. So yeah, just felt really, really tired, had a mild headache, did not have a migraine, but felt totally like just not myself. So I took acetaminophen. I took about 4 pills of that through the whole day. That helped me with just the achiness, joint pain, all of that. And then the day after, I still felt that. It was a little bit better, but now we're on day 3, 72 hours from the COVID shot, the second COVID shot, and now I feel fine. Do I feel back to 100%? I'm not sure, probably 90%, but I feel a lot better. But yeah, day 2 after getting the COVID shot, you just feel like your joints are glass. You feel nausea from your chest. You feel a mild headache, and you feel like everything's kind of like, you know, when you have a fever, that kind of body aches, that's what you feel like, but I didn't get a fever. So yeah, I'm so glad, vaccinated, got through with it, and definitely do not regret it. I would highly recommend, if you're going to get vaccinated, to schedule your second vaccination on a weekend or taking a couple of days off afterwards, because you never know how you're going to react. I felt like I got hit by a bus, so it wasn't really fun. My parents, who also got vaccinated, they're older. They did not get as bad of symptoms, and so apparently the older you are, the less severe symptoms you're going to get afterwards. So I thought that was interesting. So if you are younger, you might get hit with the side effects more. But yeah, glad to get vaccinated, and good luck to everyone on their shots.